Could Michael Keaton really be coming back to play the Dark Knight in a new Flash movie next year? I don't know about you, but I've got a lot of questions, and we're going to answer them all right now. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Joker's Movie Network. I'm your host, Joker, and today we're talking about a once-old Dark Knight coming back yet again on the big screen. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I'm definitely excited to talk about that today. But unfortunately, before we get to that news, we do have some sad news to break, and that is that today, director Joel Schumacher has passed away at the age of 80. It is very unfortunate, and it is very sad for me. He brought a lot of great films into the industry, such as The Lost Boys, A Time to Kill, Tigerland, and even the 2004 Phantom of the Opera. And while all of those are fantastic, two movies that were really close to my heart were Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. While they may not have been the best films he ever made, I grew up with these movies. I saw Batman and Robin at the age of about 6 or 7, I believe, and I instantly fell in love with it. Even as George Clooney playing Batman, it may not have been the best casting choice, but as a kid, I thought it was great. It was the first live-action adaptation I had ever seen of Batman, well before I saw the Adam West Batman TV series. And of course, now as I got older, I do realize that the movies are very poor, and they're not very good adaptations of Batman in any way. I still love them, and they are going to be protected by a thick wall of nostalgia for the rest of time, as far as I'm concerned. So it is very sad to see him go, but Joel Schumacher did live a very full life and gave us a great impact on cinema history that will never be forgotten. So thank you for everything that you brought to this world, Joel Schumacher, and you will be missed. But where there are downs in life, there are also things that bring us back up. Like this very interesting article that broke today talking about Michael Keaton returning to play Bruce Wayne in the new Flash movie starring Ezra Miller. Now, when I say this, take it with a grain of salt, because this entire article just screams this isn't going to happen, and not necessarily because it's something it's not a trustful site or anything like that, but it's more so the story just seems out of whack and doesn't seem believable. So in this exclusive from a website known as The Wrap, I'm not very familiar with this site, but everyone and their mother seems to have taken this article and ran with it. So as far as I'm concerned, as of right now, this is true and it is happening, but again, if it doesn't happen, I said take it with a grain of salt. I don't know if this is going to be a true confirmed thing. But this article states that after almost 30 years, Michael Keaton will be returning to play Bruce Wayne alongside Ezra Miller in The Flash. How is that going to work, and why is this a weird thing to talk about? Well, for starters, the Flash movie was a thing that's been going on since I think 2016 was the first official announcement saying The Flash coming out in 2016. Then it got pushed to 2018, then to 2019. This is starting to become the New Mutants movie of the DC franchise, as a movie that's, oh, this is coming out, and then it just keeps getting pushed back. New directors, new castings, new story, you name it, it's happened to this movie. I don't know if this movie's ever going to get made. We could even get to the point where the DC universe is rebooted before we even get a Flash movie. I hope that's not the case, but that's what it's looking like. On top of that, the talks of Ezra Miller still being the Flash, I don't know if that's a true statement, since that whole video went out about him choking a fan in public. I don't know the story behind it. I've tried to find some of the stuff. There's no official statements from anybody yet. I don't know if that's even been resolved. If you know more than I do about that, leave a comment down below, because I really want to know what's going on with that. But as of right now, let's take it at face value. There's going to be a Flash movie with Ezra Miller and Michael Keaton. What does this mean, and what is this going to look like? Well, according to this article, and I will leave the full article in the description down below, so be sure to read that after this video, right now they're looking at introducing the general audience to the idea of the multiverse. So for those of you watching that may not know, the multiverse is the concept that every character in the DC universe can exist in multiple universes. This was played with a little bit in the CW franchise with the Arrowverse, how they had the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, where they had Arrow, Batwoman, Supergirl, The Flash, all of those shows combined together and tell one cohesive story. In which case, all of the universes seem to collide and disappear, and in this we got a lot of crossovers and a lot of cameos from older actors that used to play roles that they no longer have. One big one being Kevin Conroy, who is the voice of Batman in the animated series, who came in to play an alternate version of Batman from another universe. So the whole concept is that you have Earth A and Earth B. They both have Batman, they both have Flash, they both have Aquaman, Superman, you name it, they both have them. But their stories are slightly different depending on the context and how they're told. So it looks like that's what they're trying to do here, and they're also trying to implement the idea of Flashpoint, which is another Flash-style story where Barry Allen goes back in time to save his mother from being killed, but when he returns back to the present time, it changes everything drastically. This was a comic from 2011. Fantastic, read this if you haven't, and it looks like they're trying to play with this idea of having a Flashpoint-esque story, but not necessarily the true Flashpoint timeline that we've known from the comics. And they've also gone ahead and said said that this is going to have no repercussions on the Matt Reeves solo Batman movie. That is its own separate entity, and it has nothing to do with this version of the multiverse Flash movie that they're trying to make. So apparently, in this movie, the Flash is going to disregard the Joel Schumacher films Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, and they're just going to stick with the two Tim Burton films, Batman and Batman Returns, which both had Michael Keaton as Batman. He was originally supposed to continue to play Batman, but once Tim Burton left the project and they brought Joel Schumacher in, the writing went down and it looked like these two movies were more like ads to sell toys, which is pretty much what they turned out to be. So because of that, Michael Keaton left the project. So in this whole story, it's explaining that Barry Allen is going to go back in time, and in doing so create a flashpoint where there is a universe where Michael Keaton has been Bruce Wayne and has been the protector of Gotham for the past 30 years. Now, I don't know exactly how they're going to play that all through, but it does scream one big theory to me, and that is Batman Beyond. Because look at it. We've talked about this multiple times on my channel. Michael Keaton is to that age where he could definitely play an older and much wiser Bruce Wayne who is mentoring a younger person to be Batman. And if you're going to create a universe where he's been Batman for the past 30 years, obviously the suit will have changed, Gotham will have changed, and it's the perfect way to introduce the potential of a live-action Batman Beyond movie. And I've talked about it a lot of times, especially in the top 10 video I did on actors who could play Batman, where I horribly misguessed the fact that Robert Pattinson could play Batman back then. I did not like that idea. Now my tastes have changed, but the point was my number one spot, I said that Michael Keaton should return to play an older Bruce Wayne and have a younger actor play Terry McGinnis to take up the mantle of Batman. So this could be the perfect opportunity for Warner Brothers to listen to my amateur ideas and have Michael Keaton as Batman and bring in Robbie Amell to play Terry McGinnis to be the new younger Batman. This would be a perfect way to create a multiverse where a Batman Beyond style live action movie exists. It would be amazing. It would be awesome. I want nothing more than that. But of course, that is not confirmed. The only thing in the article is that Barry Allen will go back in time, create the universe where Michael Keaton has been Batman for the last 30 years since 1992's Batman Returns. But it would just make sense to go that route, and I'm really hopeful that if this is a true article and this is actually going to happen, that this actually comes out saying, sure, we can make a Batman Beyond movie. Why not? Because it would be fantastic. Now, of course, none of this is confirmed. This has all been confirmed as an early talks suggestion that they're saying with Michael Keaton, and that it could go either way. It could go yes or no, just depending on, I'm guessing, how the script is going to be, how his character is going to be portrayed in this movie, how, what big significance is he going to have with the Flash, and is this movie actually going to be put out on time? Right now, it looks like they're hoping for production to begin in the first quarter of 2021, so about early to mid-January, but again, with the whole COVID pandemic that's going on, we'll have to see what happens with that, if that gets pushed back again to the surprise of no one, or if it actually goes into production in 2021. I hope it does, because I really want to see this movie, because I would love to see Michael Keaton come back and play Batman again. It would be a dream come true for all fans. But what do you guys think? Do you like this idea to have Michael Keaton come back in a Flash movie of all things? Do you think Ezra Miller is going to continue to play Flash? And do you think this could truly create a Batman Beyond movie? That last one's really just my fan perspective, but what do you guys think? I want to know in the comments down below. And again, if you know anything else about that Ezra Miller situation, please leave a comment. I want to know as much as I can. But until I get any more information on whether or not this movie is actually going to become true, and if Michael Keaton says yes to the project, that is going to be it for this video, guys. Remember, if you like what you saw, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more movie news videos, or if you'd like to see anything else. But until then, and as always, I will see you guys next time.